You were the neighbour next door, I believe. That was who Harry was. It was showing on the radar as a green spirit, and now it turned to a yellow, I should say, soul. I didn't even hear that you'd passed away, Harry. There is. There is. Well, next door, basically, is where Harry lives. Or did live many years ago, when I was a bit younger. There is Harry. Oh, the soul, Harry. So, I'm Garjin, the wise and powerful Jinn. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'm still alive. Well, that's what they say. The afterlife. They don't call it the after death. What I think a lot of people don't understand along the YouTubers is that us speaking with these devices seem to the souls that we are the demons, not the souls, not the people speaking to the devices, the YouTubers, the mediums, the people speaking to the souls. That's who the demons are, and that's what they don't understand. I'm explaining to the viewers' souls so they can actually start to understand. It's like Carl's last video with Dark Arts TV. As soon as he started calling them demons and stuff, they just told him to get out. They weren't having it. Behind me, maybe behind you. Well, don't make me slow down for you to catch up. I'll kill. I'm behind, I'll kill. Not much of that goes on around here, is it? Linda! Nice to have you here, Linda. Makes sense with, usually with Harry, I believe. Linda and Harry show up. They usually turn up at the end of the show, which is really inconvenient, because they turn up and the show's already filmed. Hospital. I don't know anything about the hospital. Do you mean found? This isn't really working. I'm behind you. I'll kill. Hospital found. Doesn't make any sense. And another thing with all these YouTuber mediums or paranormal explorers, they go, oh, a murderer killed a woman in this pub. She was in the inn part of the pub staying and she got murdered. And then they're going, oh, you're a horrible murderer and stuff like that. The murderer didn't get killed there. It's not a murderous soul there. It's the victim there. It's quite ridiculous. They do it on loads of channels. So, it's getting a lot better, thank you. A lot better. Better all the time. So, Harry, is Linda your wife? And was she before we moved here? Because we only knew Harry next door. Spirit. What was the last word? Soul spirit. Well, hopefully there's 4 souls with us here at the moment. Brilliant. We have 2 spirits on the radar. Or souls, I should say. Are you all able to pop up on the radar? There is no peace. What's stopping the peace? You're supposed to have rest after you leave the body and are buried or cremated. Do you mean there is no heaven? And so once you leave the body, you're in the soul, spirit, wandering around this earthly planet, or in a building, not doing anything, watching everybody living their lives in their homes. But do remember, in the Bible it says that you wait here until Jesus Christ comes, and then he lifts everybody up, and the meek will inherit the earth. So I think it's just a matter of waiting. But I just carry on, explore and see things, and visit people and see what's going on. I'm not sure how that's done in your world. Well, we're not at war yet. There's a heightened risk of war, but hopefully peace will prevail. It won't happen. Bright light. Is that the 2 lamps and the light shade? Or is that the device attracting you to the... I think we've decided that it's a bright light. Mike. Nice to have you here, Mike. Don't think I've ever met you. Don't know you. But I'm pleased to talk to you, since you're about in this area. It hurts me that you've moved on to another life, the afterlife. You're not supposed to be in any pain now that you've passed from the body and into the spirit. The world is very different, I'd imagine. I haven't seen it yet, how it's different. I've always wondered if it stays how it was when you were alive. Does it stay the same in your world to the time period you died? Or does it change on how the building is? Meat, the flesh, the body, or me at? And a red soul has come up on the radar. I'm going. Well, thank you for coming. Do not be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. Freddie! Nice to have you here, Freddie. Freddie's coming onto the radar with the blue. I never knew Freddie either, I don't think. Would you like to talk into the device? There is no future. Well, I'd have to disagree with that, because there's always tomorrow. So you mean that when you die, it stays the same time? There's no future. It's just the past life you had. Linda. Freddie, Linda. Well, it's nice that you could turn up a bit earlier in the show, because you always seem to turn up at the end, so you're always welcome to come and chat with me using the device. But you've helped me a lot understand the afterlife. I know now that it stays the same time, it doesn't progress like it does for here in the body. Just for your knowledge, we're now in the 13th of August 2023. Past life. So you go through your past life. That's brilliant. Thank you for helping me now. I'm starting to get a really clear picture of what the afterlife is. Child. There's a child here with us? Or you see yourself as a child in your past life? A child of God? Fire. Well, it's warm enough, we don't need to light the fire. Unless you passed away in a fire. Which I don't know of any fires around here. And we have 2 souls in the radar. A yellow labelled one and a red labelled one. The fire was bad. I'd imagine so. It's a terrible way to go. Must be terrifying. Whence the voice? Where's the voice coming from? My name's Gareth Davis. I'm talking to you through an electronic device to help me communicate with you. I'm on the Earth, I'm still alive. It's 2023, as in the year. So the voice is coming from Earth, and I'm still alive. Shot. We have 2 yellow souls in the radar at the moment. One seems slightly greener than the other one. So I take it you got shot, and that's how you passed away. Don't really hear of many things like that round here though, so it must have been a long time ago. Do you remember what year you're from? Karina! We remember you in the first episode. Hello, Karina. I thought you were my friend, but I've made a new friend apparently. I didn't actually know anybody called Karina until now. So, souls and spirits. Karina, Harry, Linda, Freddie. Is there anything more different about myself at the moment? We have what? There is no peace. In your afterlife, and it is how it was in the time frame it was. I understand now. Thank you for letting me know. But I'm just thinking how many souls and spirits there would be if everybody didn't go up to heaven or to hell. But maybe because you got shot, you didn't get buried properly. Hello! The voice in the box just said hi. We have a yellow orb in the radar. We have 2 yellow orbs still with us. What could you tell me to help me and the viewers understand what happens after death? To fly. You mean you fly around rather than walk around? 6. We have 6 souls with us now. Oh, that's brilliant. So I know there's Harry, there's Freddie, there's Linda, there's Karina. Who's the other 2? Souls, can you see me? Best. To fly is the best. I've never flown myself. Well, I've been in a helicopter actually. And I have flown in a Cessna aeroplane and parachuted down. And that was pretty good. Apart from twisting your ankle when you land. But other than that. So are you saying the best part of the afterlife is being able to fly around? Best 6? We'll have a definite increase on the radar with more souls and spirits showing up. Oh, we could be saying it's 6:40 the time. Oh, bungalow number 6 in the row. But I presume you mean there's 6 souls or spirits here. I can't believe we haven't had better weather. 6 fire. I don't know. We will fire on the 6th. To fly on the 6th and fire. Like a fighter pilot or something maybe. Doesn't seem very relevant to the conversation. And we have 2 blue souls on the radar. Stay. Well, thank you for asking me to stay. I am going to have to stay because I'm going to have to edit the video to make it more of a conversation, better for the viewers to watch. Because when people say, random stuff that's not relevant to the conversation, like how they died or whatever, it doesn't really help. It's not really usable for the show. Do not cry. So, I've noticed on other paranormal shows, for Dark Arts TV, the spirits have been saying his name, Carl. Are you aware of them spirits? Grandfather. I'm sorry I never met you, grandfather. I've looked at your history and I think it's wonderful, but it's pleasant to know that you're here. Best. Thank you. I think you mean that I'm the best. Anna. I think that's my grandmother, is it? Or shall I say Nana? So, you can say that when you're in life, in the body, your ancestors are with you. I'm sorry that I never got to meet you, Nana. I love you very much, all the same. So, Mum, you're all here then. It's a family show. I remember back in Middlesbrough, when I was a little boy, there was a lady next door, a neighbour, and I used to call her Granny Mac, because I never had any grandparents. And then we moved away here to Wales, and we are not demons. I guess I seem like a demon to you when I'm speaking because of the voice that comes through to the afterlife. Anyway, back to the story. I moved here to Wales, and one night Granny Matt came to me in the dream, all dressed with a suitcase, and it was all the stars, the starry night behind her, and she said, "Gareth, I'm going now." And obviously, as I've thought over the years about it, she must have passed away and came to me in my dreams to say goodbye to me. I'm glad to hear that there's no evil here. I guess that evil goes to hell. Well, that's correct as well then. That's good to know. Can you excuse me for a minute, souls and spirits? Because I've actually got to go and put the kettle on because I've got really thirsty of all of a sudden. I'm back now. I've been and put the kettle on. Is he? I guess you need to finish the sentence so I understand who you're talking about. I'm a man who's alive, and the other people that speak to the spirits and souls with devices like mine, they're alive as well, but they think that the souls and spirits are evil and demons and stuff like that, which is obviously not true because they go to hell. They've gone. Is he gone? I've come back. I've put the kettle on. What the other people with other devices do, they travel around the country exploring derelict houses and buildings and communicating in them to speak to the souls there. So they move around, but I'm just talking to you from my home. Is he gone to hell? Who are we talking about? Are we able to communicate to people in hell? Do you think you are in hell? I will find you. I'm still alive. Where are you looking for me? Have you considered that is your torment and why you are trapped? Linda. Hello, Linda. I noticed we haven't had any nice sunny weather for me to go elsewhere to make a show in a different place. It's just stayed the same grey, wet, cold weather really, considering it's summertime. And there's my kettle. I'll be back right now. Accident. Oh, it's terrible the way people pass on. But I'm not here to talk about how you died. You've seen yourself. We will. The spirits I'm talking with at the moment doesn't really make much sense. I think they're caught up more in the torment of dying. And that's why they keep talking about it. You can still hear the war. That is quite a bad time to die then. If you're still trapped in the war time. That is a really scary thought. At least it can't hurt you anymore. I suppose that makes it really important of how you do die. If you think about it. Because you have your whole life to live within, in the bounds of the afterlife. So if it's a peaceful, good place, long life, there's a lot more to the afterlife. So if you have a short life and it's miserable and it's war, it's going to be pretty rubbish in the afterlife as well. How many souls and spirits are with us at the moment? There's only 2 shown on the radar. No. Can you explain by what you mean no? Please do explain. Love is very important. You love to explain. Go away. Love to go away. On a lovely holiday. Is there anything that stops you going away on a holiday? Cards. Do you mean the card that was in my caravan when I bought it? With the ribbons and stuff like that? Hell, card hell? Not very good conversation at the moment, don't understand. There's no hell? Well, that'd be because you're a good soul. You haven't been sent there. Mum, I'm at home. Let. Why? So I could basically understand of Mum, I'm at home. Why let? I guess the house or something? Why let meet? Meet let why? Doesn't make any sense. I don't think you know how to talk properly with the device. You're not making any sense. Andy! Hello Andy. Glad you could come along. Everybody's been explaining to me what the afterlife is like. And how you stay in the time that you're alive. And that there's no heaven and you're here. But basically I think where you're here is heaven. Maybe. Maybe heaven is the afterlife. I have to have plenty of light to film on the camera. I'm filming myself, the spirits on the radar and the responses that the souls and spirits say. Later. Well, there hasn't been many conversations that have been understandable. So I'm having to record for longer so that I actually get some footage on the camera that I can use for the show, because a lot of souls and spirits can't communicate properly in an understandable way. Find where the show is, or where the device is, or where the light is. It must be where the bright light is.